Your small business is big to us.
Working here with advanced mud jacking. I've been lifting sinking concrete for 25 years. Fix your sinking concrete. Call Advanced Mud Jacking 303-424-9441 or advancedmudjacking@yahoo.com.
At Miller Gabby Gourmet, it's always exciting to bring fabulous guests to share the mighty meal the Gabby Gourmet restaurant. We chat with chefs, restaurateurs, wine, and lots more on Saturday from 1 to 2 on 630K. Liberty Mutual Insurance. So you only pay for what you need.
On the spot.
Like things you paid for you didn't need, like that much needed 125 free TV. It's hurting my
recovery was only about a month. Did I ever tell you that joke? I told you that joke, man.
Liberty Mutual. Get
But this, when they get my new bill, we're not on yet.
Only pay for what you need.
I got to shut it off.
Xfinity, Dish, Spectrum, Optimum, Cox, Fios, Uverse, Suddenlink, and more. Now, Newsmax is conducting a national poll, asking Americans if they support President Trump during this crisis. It's easy to vote. Just text the word FISH to 39747. That's FISH to 39747. Let us know your opinion about President Trump. Send FISH to 39747. And don't forget to watch Newsmax TV today.
As technology advances, bad guys use it to their advantage too, including trying to steal your home. Deborah learned that lesson when thieves found the
Don't tell Steve that.
Thousands of dollars using her home's equity. They never didn't know she was a victim until foreclosure notices.
We're up.
She spent a fortune trying to get her home back. This crime is home title fraud. And the FBI calls it one of the fastest growing crimes.
You sleep good last night, or?
That's the nightmare, is to protect you with home title.
You should list the TK?
Yeah.
Know your bank protects you. Pennies a day.
I'm still not batting on all cylinders, but
Well, it's just running here. This thing, maybe I'm just consistent. Yeah, this looks pretty heavy. I'm very comfortable now because
Enter the code word SAVE for 1 month free at HomeTitleLock.com.
Wait till the end of the month to get Tom's quote for
This
heating.
report is sponsored by Upwork. When you need in-demand sales on demand.
The sun is back
Did
today.
you play poker last
High
night?
temps up around
Yeah,
50
that's
degrees.
$26.
Now starts the melting process, but this weekend even warmer. Highs close to 60.
I have to get a mortgage out of my house with that.
Upwork has the world's largest network of proven independent professionals, and I have an alphabetical list of them. Accountants, administrative assistants, animators, architects. You get the point. When you need in-demand talent on demand, Upwork is how.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Ross Kavitsky now. Tom Martino at 10, 630, KHOW, Denver.
ABC News, I'm Megan Taberzian. Laying out a three-phase plan to reopen the country Thursday, President Trump said the immediate decisions on when to begin the process will be made at the state level. Some places are further along that path than others. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine said he hopes to allow some businesses to reopen May 1st.
It wasn't good, or
But New
just
York
very
City
long?
Mayor Bill de Blasio said,
We gotta get out of this.
I was walking on a computer
disease. We gotta get to a much better place.
where they have instant,
Get back to normal.
where they have
sticking
instant,
to the things we're doing that are working.
nearly
Feedback
11,000 people have died in New York,
parts or
almost a
comments.
third of the nationwide death
Every
toll from
single comment,
COVID-19.
everyone.
President Trump on Twitter
Every
is
single
criticizing
comment. There
Democratic
wasn't one
lawmakers for
positive
not
comment,
acting
not
quickly
one.
to
And
tackle
that's what, like
economic
you say,
relief
So you
measures.
can't wait for
Some Democrats want
President
the next wave
Biden.
of stimulus to
You
include
fumbled
payments for
it.
health systems and state and local governments. Republicans say that can wait. This is ABC News. A lawyer for Louisiana pastor
No,
David Spell, who has
and Linda was just the most vocal people. So I got a friend back home, and
has now tested positive for COVID-19.
but he's
For the first time since
constantly
the
on it
70s,
and stuff.
China's
And
economy
I said,
has
well,
contracted.
so what
Seen
bad
as
things?
coronavirus
He's done
shutdowns,
everything
the
bad.
Chinese
Tell me
economy
something,
back
everything is bad. And I says,
quarter. The
So anytime I hear
Democrats
that,
already cleaned up
you gotta
Massachusetts.
just,
Most of these people can't articulate why they don't like
Officials
it.
debate
Right.
the idea of
and then,
mass
well, same on Obama, so what was the good, and I know Obama, versus what were good things he did, like Ted, you know Ted, right, the salesman? Yeah, okay.
Make no
Ted
sense.
Wilson,
You
he doesn't even,
medical facial covering.
it can't even, you have to just, well, Obama sure was.
Your precincts are mounting for ACE.
Yeah, they just have this physical feeling, and they can't articulate. And they said, oh, well, you oversee the economy, it was so bad, you're able to do the economy. I said, what policy do you do? Like, oh, let me get back with you. That's, you know.
ABC News, London.
Megan Tabrizian, ABC News.
At Fisher Investments, we do things differently, and other money managers don't
I know
understand
we
why.
didn't do everything bad.
Because our way works great for us,
Didn't do.
but it may not work for your clients. That's why Fisher Investments is a fiduciary, obligated to put clients first. It's the highest standard for a financial advisor.
So, what do you provide? Cookie cutter portfolios like the rest of us?
No cookie cutter portfolios here. Fisher Investments tailors portfolios to meet each client's goals and needs.
But you do sell investments that earn you high commissions, right? And make commissions when you make trades for your clients?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission investment products, and we never
What do
earn
you say?
commissions on
Take
trades.
it back.
So what's in it for you?
Election.
Fisher
Anytime,
Investments meetings
Mark.
are structured so
10 grand.
when our clients
10 grand, he said.
I'm just kidding.
achieve comfortable retirement, we're clearly
No.
different. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments, clearly different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
K-How News Time, 10:03.
While certain states look toward recovery from the coronavirus outbreak, the big question is, what would it take to open up Colorado?
State health officials outlined goals yesterday, which include at least one testing site in each
No, what,
county.
2 minutes?
Those with higher populations. The
So he's giving us on our pop and drinking us going through our holy water comes.
Identify the sick with.
What's that?
I said, you're giving up on the top, and you don't get the holy water?
They also might be able to come up with an app for that, or people could just fill out a form. I'm Chuck Clark.
He likes that noise.
Like the grocery store with social
What's that,
distancing.
another real puppy there?
Cautions in different
Mark is playing catch, or, tug of war.
By fall. JB County, the latest Colorado community.
It's too bad you just couldn't get, have a puppy and stay a puppy. Right. Because that's, you probably do that with babies too, right?
Except, no, they would destroy shit.
Yeah, that is true.
Now, impact traffic.
This report is
Wait, does he get shoes? Does it chew
featuring
anything?
like you treat.
Shoes?
Travel around the metro area
Does
freeway.
he have shoes or anything?
Out and about, please make sure it's only for essential travel. On highway, don't crash your final
Yeah.
Chambers to watch out for. Serious crash on highway 17 and Fremont if you can't avoid the area now. Out east,
He's got that rubber window jewels.
by 70 between Lyon and Chicago, there's still a crash investigation knowing that stretch. Back in
Yeah,
town,
there's a picture on YouTube.
by 70 in Central Park.
Which is like German Shepherd. The weather's more bad. And German Shepherd stayed 1/3 the size. What would they order? I see little, small,
630 K.
Dobermans.
Get your
Yeah,
free
do they
credits
breed them
for
like
car
that?
today.
This is just a generic, oh, I see, that would be a cool thing, though. Oh, yeah, and who's German Shepherd, the young thing,
At
it wouldn't be your guard dog. No, because it's a normal German
I'm
Shepherd.
consumer advocate Tom Archino.
Yeah, right, it's just that, yeah.
Furnace and AC and what could be a critical shortage of parts. Manufacturers are shut down across the country. When summer demand strikes, there will not be enough supply. Prices could skyrocket. To help you now, Fix-It 24/7 is offering special discounts at 0% financing. Don't miss this opportunity. Fix-It techs wear gloves, masks, and follow all CDC guidelines. FixMyHome.com. FixMyHome.com.
Pressure often brings out the best in people. More generosity, more kindness. Here at Car Toys, to ensure the well-being of customers and staff, we've temporarily closed our stores. However, if you're looking for a great do-it-yourself project, maybe a dash camera or better speakers in your ride, you can still visit us online at cartoys.com. Anyway, stay safe. Let's keep helping each other out. And if you want to learn more about
So Mark just got back with me. She said,
Visit
But that, girl on the walker whacked her.
Wants to help with a chance at $1,000. Text the nationwide keyword WIN to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's WIN to 200-200. This is the Troubleshooter Show.
I need somebody.
Now, Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter.
Hey, what's happening? How can we help you? All you have to do is call.
As we have done for 40 years in this town, we are helping you solve problems, answer questions, take complaints, making life a little easier. We got a lot going on, man. We have a lot happening on this show. We are going to take on the giant topic over the next few weeks of insurance companies not covering businesses for business interruption insurance. That's one of the many things we're taking on. Basically, they have taken a stance. In fact, insurance companies say it's basically unconstitutional to force them to cover this. Insurers are rejecting claims from restaurants
hold on,
and
Tom.
other businesses. So let me finish the statement here that they made. Insurers are rejecting claims from restaurants and other businesses hurt by the coronavirus, viewing those claims as unwarranted under the conditions of their policies. Now, a spokesperson at Chubb said this: "Pandemic is very different. It has no bounds or time limit," said Chubb's CEO, Evan Greenberg. "You can't just retroactively change a contract. That is plainly unconstitutional. The only one who could really take the infinite nature, financial nature of that is the government." Meaning that this is not an event, this is a situation. Go ahead, Mark.
Well, I'm just glad you finished that statement. It was my bad for interrupting, but that's what they were saying was unconstitutional, to actually go back in time and modify a contract everybody agreed to.
Yeah. I'd like to get London on, one of our bad faith attorneys with Daly and Black out of Texas, but they do national work, including here in Colorado. Brian Burns is on the line right now. By the way, we're taking any and all calls on any and all topics. Today should be car day, so if you have any car issues, you can call today. We have our car experts standing by, 303-713-TALK. Remember, 303 Martino works anytime for help, information, and referrals. We're live all over the place, archived all over the place. You can find us. You can search Martino, Tom Martino, Troubleshooter, Consumer Advocate, Tom Martino, referral list, referrallist.com, tommartino.com. Brian Burns, Compass Insurance Group. Okay, Brian, let's talk. What do you think?
Hey, Tom, how are you?
Good, man. What do you think about business interruption insurance?
Well, we've gotten some claims as well. The comment from the insurance companies usually is, hey, we got to actually get all the information about the claim, and so we can't give you just a blanket statement. So we've been filing the claims.
But you know, they're all surrounding the COVID virus. I mean, I know there must be wording in these to cover a pandemic. No.
Yeah, well, there's, and I sent over some verbiage to Mark on the standard policy. Most of them have an exclusion for virus or bacteria, if that was the direct cause of loss.
And what do they say? Do they exclude it?
Yes, there's an exclusion for most policies for that. That doesn't mean every policy has it, but I just gave him the standard. That what you see out there, a lot of times there is an actual exclusion for virus or bacteria.
So,
terrorism clauses.
I don't like insurance companies in general, but I got to go with them on this. I mean, there's no way you can just retroactively change it and say, well, you should be covering this.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think we're in very unknown territory here, so it wouldn't shock me if there was some kind of government requirement. I haven't heard that yet.
Oh man,
it's,
Brian,
we'll
it would put them out of business. How would they possibly do? They were saying it would be like $400 billion a month.
Most insurance companies have reserves that rival
$400 billion a month, Tom.
That rival most insurance companies. They literally rival the nations, third world nations' entire budgets. I'm not worried about insurance being able to afford it at this point. Whether it's fair or not is another story. By the way, we're talking to Brian Burns at Compass Insurance Group, and I want to bring him up for another call we have here as well. I want to remind you that realcbdthatworks.com is for sale at realcbdthatworks.com. CBD for pain, inflammation, for anxiety, and also an immunobooster. And you put Tom in the promo code, get 25% off. They're also selling hand sanitizer. It's Panacea Life Sciences, right in Golden, a national company right here. realcbdthatworks.com. So Darren has an insurance company, and he called, and he had insurance years ago, right, Darren?
Yes, 3 years ago when the accident happened.
You don't have them anymore, but you did have them.
No. Yes.
And now that couple that was hit by one of your company vehicles is suing you.
Yes.
And they're suing for about $100,000.
Well, it says over $100,000 is all it said.
Okay,
so
and they named you as the
yes,
the defendant.
Right. They put our driver's name and us as the company.
So now you sent it to your insurance company, which is who?
A Liberty Mutual.
You sent it to your broker or your agent or to who?
Yeah, I sent it to the broker, and then she sent it to them. And as a matter of fact, she just called while I'm on here to tell me if they responded or what they're going to do.
So what did she say? Darren, what did she say?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't answer it. I was on with you, so I don't know exactly what she said.
Oh, okay.
She was
calling.
waiting to see.
All right. Brian Burns.
Well, what I'm worried.
Darren, I'll bring up what you're worried about. We talked about it yesterday. Okay. He has to answer this lawsuit or get a default judgment, Brian. And how can he be sure the company, the insurance company, is going to defend him? Even though they're supposed to, I mean, they may not put a priority on this. He could end up with a judgment against him. What would you do in a case like that, Brian?
Exactly what he's doing. I filed that claim the second I got the lawsuit and get them to participate. They're going to have to respond quickly to him. They're not going to want to drag their feet on it either. I think I'll be interested to see what information he got back, but I think what's going to happen is his insurance company is going to stand up and defend him at this point. And so I think I would wait to hear what that response is.
Darren, I would contact him and just remind them that they have a responsibility under the terms of your contract. It's when the event happened, right, Brian? Not if he continued to have them.
Right. It should be based off of the time that it occurred, and if it's an occurrence policy, which I'm assuming it is. So it shouldn't matter. Statute of limitation is what? Is it 3 years for car accidents?
Well, whatever it is, they're under the statute, that's for sure. They knew what they were doing. And here's the other thing, though.
Is there any notification clauses, though, that he had to notify him of the accident back then?
Well, he did notify. I assume you reported the accident back then.
Oh, yeah. I put in the claim, and they told me they were working on it, and I just assumed it was taken care of until I get this lawsuit.
Well, they probably were negotiating, and then the plaintiff filed this to keep it alive because they're coming up on the statute of limitations. That's exactly what happened. But what I'm really concerned about, though, is that's usually why they do that, to keep it alive. But I'm concerned because if they don't answer, you could end up with a default. What is the drop-dead date for answering this?
They gave 21 days, and I think it was the 15th when I received it.
Okay, you have to ride this, as Brian said, and make sure that insurance company, that they know they have to respond. Let me know what your agent says. And Brian, thank you for the information. Jaron, thanks for calling. Brian, on another issue. Auto Owners is one of the many companies that you represent, but I want to ask you something, because I had Auto Owners. They're a great company, and they make a big push. What do you find about auto owners that you like? Well, seriously, that they're one of, I want to say they're one of many lines that you carry, but they are one of the primary lines. What is it specifically you like about them?
Well, you know, they're just great when it comes to claim paying ability. They've got the highest financial rating in the industry, and they also have won like the J.D. Power and Associates Award for claim satisfaction, you know, I think like several times in the last 10 years. So they're just a great company to work with. When there's an issue, that we can talk with them. They have local presence. So they believe in the independent agent theory. They believe in not having a captive agent. Explain what that means for consumers. That means that they don't have agents that only represent them. They believe in choice, and so they only work with independent agents that have multiple companies to work with. So I like that just because that tells you that they're so confident in their own product and what they're able to offer that they don't want someone to have to sell them. They want people to choose to sell them.
And again, I want to say they're available at Compass along with many other lines, but auto owners at Compass, and that's 303-996-9000. And it's 996-9000. TheInsuranceHelpCenter.com. We have more coming right up.
Let's check in with our Scottish friends and find out how they're coping with the current crisis.
Daddy, it's an emergency! I thought you were going to ask Brian to make it. He was the one also wanted to hire
Quick, Daddy! Hand me the
social
distancing equipment.
Yeah, that's what I said. He feels that there are clean injuries that aren't true, right? That he sort of wants to get that.
This is Mark Remember situation serious, but don't forget to communicate to each other and maybe even share your toilet paper.
Right, I thought Brian said that
Colorado's ATM.
Remember, that was his first thing. He was looking just for a private investigator.
Take out
he's not plenty of that.
Right, but it'd be nice to have Brian from Compass say, no, don't do anything like that.
Anything you can do in the bank. And Bank of Colorado ATM live locations statewide. Then get back to doing more of the Colorado things you love. Learn more at bankofcolorado.com/.
Here's what I love. I got to just basically let you guys handle this.
A healthy and intimate relationship
I mean it. I'm not with it.
Erectile dysfunction.
I hope I don't sound as bad as I feel. I felt a little better yesterday, then I got down again.
And in keeping your relationship healthy as well.
I'm telling you, man. I know I don't have anything upper respiratory. I know that.
Therapeutic practice. The Rocky Mountain Mental Clinic is open.
I was great with it.
What? Who?
Right, but I think it says the pre-diabetes thing.
Well, no, I think it's because literally they tax the lungs and they don't have the expansion in their lungs like a lot of people.
Yes, who's that? Larger people. Oh, Martin Golden.
Fucking I'm serious.
Is that one of the stats? I hope they're taking a lot of stats of this so they can really.
They are. That was one of the ones that was out today. They're having the hardest time recovering. I guess on the ventilator, it's a lot harder to breathe for somebody if, you know, you're 400 pounds.
Right. So this is what I also heard, and I've had 2 reports on it. Smokers are dying less. Yes, less. Now, if they have asthma, that's another thing. But I mean, if they're just smokers, I've had 2 reports. The University of Chicago is having a huge trial on hydrochloroquine.
There's another treatment they found even better.
The antiviral drug is Syrvia?
Yes.
Right. Okay. So on that, you say Hannity, and I don't always believe Hannity is looking for any lupus patients that have had.
Why?
Because lupus takes his hydrochloroquine.
Right.
From here.
And he said he cannot find any lupus patients that have had corona.
Doesn't want to spend hours shopping. I hear you. This is what it is. Personal style and service that delivers hand-picked
So they should know in 2 weeks.
This fix
on
is
the Syrvia. And they should also look at the malaria countries. Countries where malaria is very prevalent.
How's Africa doing?
Not that here, I'll bring that.
Africa always gets the butt fuck of everything.
But you know, what's also bad about that where you can't do it is, well, isn't that general butt fuck from, Book of Mormon? Remember it? Did you see Book of Mormon? No.
Book of what?
Book of Mormon, the play you get no. Oh my God. But see, the worst thing in Africa is they're probably not getting the accurate counts. Right. Well, also the healthcare, there's probably 3 ventilators in the entire country of Uganda or Rwanda.
Kathy, who was Kathy from yesterday?
She was the LPN.
New challenges during the
Is she on?
COVID pandemic. So to help, we put together the
There's also Kathy has an exterminator. There's Kathy on the exterminator. You know, she had a mouse on the wall.
state resources, providing businesses with stimulus loans, grants, and other financial aid. We also shine a spotlight on small businesses doing good.
Elizabeth wasn't.
Visit iHeart.com/small.
Isn't she the one with,
That's iHeart.com/small business. Because your small
she's
business.
being addicted?
Did we get Wink on this week?
No, I don't think so. I can't remember. Wink and wink? We did?
Good, thanks.
Okay, fine.
Ever, just $33.
Must have been early in the week.
Plus, they have a new surface cleaner called Shield 28.
It was for a while, too.
99.99%.
You're right, it was.
Thanks.
Always right.
That's not very endearing.
I was telling that to Doc.
Mark, that's not very endearing when you say that. No, it's not.
Sponsored by Discover.
The sun is back today. We're going to see high temps up around 50 degrees, and that'll start the melting process. But this
I hope you're not going to tell that dirt on joke.
I'm meteorologist work starter at Fox
Free credit scorecard today, even if you're not a Discover customer. It includes your FICO credit score.
Hey, Mark.
Yes, sir.
Here we go, guys.
Okay. Never mind.
At discover.com/credit
I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you on the phone.
Denver's talk station. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasts.
(303-713-TALK), 303-713-8255. Frank Duran, the realestateman.com, we talked to him yesterday, and basically there are special rules on listing your home, showing your home, and also if you're looking to buy a home. He is well adept at following these rules to the T, safely, and in a healthy way, of course, and he can do it. He's still listing, still getting multiple offers, still closing. Frank Duran, the realestateman.com, 303-920-1622. That was very important. I tell you about that. Now, we are highlighting...
Hey, I got a question for Doc.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Let me put him on the...
So, I was thinking last night, man, what's really scaring me about this virus now is we have a flu season every year. Why do we think, if even the experts do or don't think, that this isn't going to come back every single year like the flu?
It will. It will.
The answer is they don't know.
But it probably will, they
can.
said.
But why do some things come back and, like, why isn't SARS still around?
Because
why
of vaccines.
No, there's no vaccine for SARS.
Okay, but there's a flu vaccine for other things. With
Right.
SARS, there is a vaccine for swine, right?
No, there's a
The
vaccine.
closest thing to this
Right,
is
here's the
SARS.
thing.
How
Hold
come
on,
SARS went away?
No, but wait a minute.
Mark, here's the thing. The SARS virus and the MERS virus extinguished themselves because once they had no host to go into, there was no way for them to get back into the human population.
So we can extinguish this.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
now, what
highly
about?
unlikely.
Am I wrong in saying isn't there a vaccine for many of these flus?
Well, what they do with the flu, they anticipate what the flu is going to be, what the most common strain is going to be, and what the vaccine will most likely cover. Plus, you got to remember
Well,
that...
what does it cover? Does it cover swine flu?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. But in any case, viruses go the way of two ways. Either crowd immunity, or no, three ways. Crowd immunity or herd immunity,
Right.
or it extinguishes itself.
Correct.
Or
Eradication.
or vaccine.
Right.
Now, a lot of people make the mistake of thinking once you get a vaccine, you no longer have to vaccinate, which is just wrong because it can resurrect a flu or a virus or any kind of any kind of disease that has a vaccine. Now, here's the thing. What do you think is going to happen with this? Will it extinguish itself, or do you think we're going to develop a vaccine?
Oh, I think we're going to definitely, so many people are working on a vaccine that I think that's going to be the way to go with this particular virus.
All right, now, why is it that some people believe this was created?
Because of the evidence that the Chinese were working in a lab to try and develop vaccines because they wanted to sort of show up the United States that their biological capabilities were better than ours, and apparently someone got infected and then went to the market and spread it from person to person.
But do you think it was created?
It's looking that way, Tom.
Yes, I do.
Well, here's the deal. Here's what CNN says, and of course I
oh man,
CNN says that the only people who believe that are people who are trying to exonerate Trump for his inept handling of this. And if you read CNN, they also go on to say that Trump bungled every step of the way, and if it wasn't for him, we would not even have it in this country. And
I don't even know how you fall into that propaganda.
I'm not falling into it. I'm telling you what they're saying.
Just repeating it is falling into it.
Wait, but that's two different things.
No, sometimes I'm an antagonist.
Tom,
on
there are
purpose.
two different things. One is how the virus became, how we got infected with the virus, and the second issue is what we did once the virus was there.
And actually, I want to be a provocateur, if you know what I mean. I want people to be pissed off at the news media because I don't think they should be politicizing this. I really do think it's ridiculous. When I talk about CNN, Mark, you know damn well I don't rely on CNN. I also don't rely on Fox, by the way. But if you look at both of them, you get somewhere in the middle, you find some truth. Here's the other thing that pisses me off. The president was on addressing this with his experts yesterday, and if you go to social media to watch it where they can make comments while he's talking, on Twitter it was carried live, and there were comments, and then there's hearts for likes and all that. Every single comment, and I mean every single comment, was negative. Now, why wasn't there one positive comment? Every single comment was about how he bungled it and how he's a clown and how he's an orange
Well, I bet
man.
if you were watching it on his feed, it wouldn't be that way.
Okay. Anyway, again, I really, and I want to tell my listeners, because I do get a lot of mail saying, why do you hate Trump? I don't hate Trump. In fact, I really hate the way people politicize things. I really do. This is not a time to do that. And Biden's already doing it. He's already has ads out about how it wouldn't happen if he was there. Isn't that nice? I mean, he would have done this and like he did with Ebola.
Biden can't even leave his house. This moron, he could die if he leaves his house. He's not in good shape. This guy's no good, man.
Well, okay, listen.
He can barely string a sentence together,
You know
Tom.
what, though? Here's what I do want to do. Honest to God, I don't normally do this on this show, and I am not going to reduce it to name-calling like, oh, crap. I want to know, honest to God, from people. We have a very intelligent audience. I want to know where the president bungled it. I'm not saying he didn't. I swear to God, I look at things and all I ask is questions. When I ask questions, people think, oh, you must love that or hate that. Mark jokes about it when I ask a question. He'll say, oh, you mean you like that? Here's what I'm saying. Tell me where he bungled it. Don't just say he bungled it. I want to know a very specific where the president bungled this.
You're not,
because
no
I don't
one's
know.
going to call up and say that. You're not going to find anybody that's going to call up and say how he bungled it. You know why? Because most people know that. They don't read that crap on CNN and think there's any truth to it.
Caitlin, what's going on with you, Caitlin?
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Good.
Are you out of work?
I've been better.
Are you out of work?
I am out of work.
What do you do for a living?
I do eyelash extensions.
Oh, my gosh. You mean that's
I'm an
not essential?
esthetician.
Come on, Caitlin. That's not essential.
I'm saying.
No. Now, how do you do
trying to tell
extensions?
people.
Do you do the glue-on extensions one at a time, like that takes a couple hours?
Yes, sir.
How long do they last?
About 3 weeks.
I think they look good if they're not overdone, but most women overdo them.
I agree.
Have you done men's eyelash extensions? Be honest.
I have, yes.
Okay, regular men? I mean...
Yeah, actually, when I was...
I don't even know what I meant by that. I better shut up. Caitlin, I'm just kidding. Caitlin, let's talk about what you call them.
They're called cis men.
Yeah, no, not really. Honest to God, I was just kidding around, and people know that. Okay, Caitlin, so what about bed bugs? What's going on?
So we moved into an apartment complex called Vega in North Glen, and when we moved in, we were putting things in the bedroom, and my roommate had pointed out a bug that was crawling on the bed, and he thought it was originally a tick. So we called for extermination, and we had let them know that we think there's ticks. And then the night after that, I had been experiencing little itchy bite marks.
Yeah, you got bed bugs.
in which I-
Yep.
Yes.
Now, here's the good news is there are treatments for bed bugs. The bad news is you want the landlord to pay.
Well, not exactly that. My issue is that they moved us into a unit that had bed bugs, and we're right in between two people that also have bed bugs.
How do you know
and
that?
An older lady.
How do you know that?
The exterminator told us, as well as my neighbors around. So told us that the older lady kind of lives in filth, which is perfectly fine, but it is affecting my unit. So every time the exterminator comes, which is on a weekly basis,
It's
he's
no
coming
good.
every Friday.
It's no good.
It's no good. I have now 130 plus bites all over my body, and I've been in contact with the leasing office.
What does the leasing office,
multiple
tell me
times.
what management says. Hold on, let's come back to this. You know what? This is an age-old problem. What do you do? What do you do when a neighbor has the problem or neighboring units? Where does management have to step in? And then James, Daphne will tell you, we will take you. We want to hear your comment on small business, especially when it comes to insurance. Then we have Zero Res Denver and this amazing shield we're going to talk about, ZR Shield, and more on the Troubleshooter Network.
This is Denver's talk station.
Nothing again?
Now, nothing again.
This is a bad sign, you sons of bitches.
Right up there with keep off the grass. A lot of bad signs here.
Oh, impact traffic.
This report is sponsored by Discover. We treat you like you treat you.
For the most part, the drive across town remains in fairly decent shape. There's a few trouble spots here and there to watch out.
Spots that canceling their spots.
And
We'll talk about it. We're not on that.
So what do you think, Tom? About regular men?
Yeah, we're having
That was funny.
Right now.
What's he saying?
What do you mean by reserves?
Impact traffic and
Get your free credit scorecard today, even if you're not a
Mark, I'm not way off by insurance reserves. I did a bunch of shitload of research when we were doing our app. I can tell you. Well, I'm not saying they have enough to support that, but I'm not off when I said they have fucking reserves bigger than a third world nation.
Crazy. What's crazy? If they were covering this, if they were forced to cover that, there's that for small businesses, yeah.
Around the small business loans went this week, and that was $250 billion.
Yeah.
You get added benefits like 80% soundproofing.
We-
It would bankrupt the insurance companies instantly.
Now 720-677.
Which would create a whole new issue, and what we should do for a
So Mark, listen, on the app, the booster thing, I'm not saying we have to do any changes. I'm just saying we have to, in the copy, we say what it can be used for, because it can be used for anything.
If you give me the copy changes, I will get Guided just to knock them out.
But what are you saying? You're saying Guided won't change the actual app. Did we copy everything over to our servers, though?
Yeah, it's always on our server, but in order to move it from one server to another, it costs a fortune.
No, but what I meant was, but remember when we were panicked, we couldn't get a hold of Guy, and then Mikey told us he didn't have a copy of it, remember?
It's sitting on our server, but it's not like, I don't even have to explain it, man. I mean, there's so many pieces.
No, but if it's sitting on our server, when we couldn't get a hold of Guyan, why was Mikey panicked when we couldn't get?
We have no ability to make any changes. We're not programmers.
Okay, but in other words, we're not locked out of it is what I'm asking.
No, we don't. We can lock people out of that server. There might be backdoors or something, but
in other words, if we got people who can manipulate, if I want to find someone who can duplicate it for our other uses, we can.
yeah, but you're not going to find someone. It's all custom built. You got to find someone that knows.
First responders.
I mean, you're talking like a neurosurgeon. You're not talking a web guy.
Every day.
I know that, but there are people that would.
We don't want $100 grand just for understanding it. We need better off.
Well, tell me something then. Are you saying we should use Guyan to make changes to alter it for person?
We need to, yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
And I'm Shana Williams.
It's a really economic advantage. I mean, that's all we really care about.
Is he still in touch with us, do you know?
Yeah, I can talk to him again.
Okay, good. Okay, when can we, and how long will it take?
We gotta go through all that again, so putting it back up on the Apple takes 12 weeks. Dr. Quinn, 6 weeks. But
wait, but it's already on Google, it's on Apple right now, right? So I can download it.
Yes, I'm not sure. I'll give you the instructions, but yes, it is.
I mean, it's not open to the public now?
I think it might be. I gotta look back.
Okay. Yeah, I have some ideas, Mark, and I really think it's gonna work.
Coming together to offer free guidance about how to effectively support our children's well-being and our own during this crisis. Visit childmind.org.
How much time left?
I'm gonna listen to this up real quick.
With child psychologist. childmind.org.
This is Dan Kaplan. Since we were little kids, we've all
This guy said there's so many coronavirus jokes out there, it's a pandemic.
sizes, from that meat kid on the
Okay,
playground
that's
who's so much bigger than everybody else, to the insurance company CEO who decides that he's going to pad his next bonus by ordering his employees to delay some more, and then deny good people the insurance money they're entitled to and often desperately need. This kind of insurance company bully thinks that he can cheat the victims out of what they deserve because
The Chinese have just raised the number of fatalities by nearly 50%. I'm sorry to say that. The Chinese government has now announced that they're raising the number of fatalities by 50%. So they think what they did is that there's 10 times what they said here. But what China said, counting the urns and stuff that they do, China's saying it's the whole people that died because they were taking care of COVID people. Also, the FDA
Talking about the coronavirus with
says there's no need to wipe down food packages and things come home. You still can, but you're right, it's like not,
Why is that?
they say it's not necessary, right? I still leave my stuff out.
Be reassuring. Focus on what you're doing to stay safe.
It's Fox News, although this is just there's a service you can get, they give you the latest blurbs every day on the coronavirus, and it's not political. It's just, they're just forwarding the different articles.
Hi, Tom Martino,
you're
your troubleshooter.
303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. How long do you think the country will tolerate being shut down without mutiny? How long, seriously, voluntarily? If they said we had to shut down till the end of May, do you think people would put up with it? Just what is your gut feeling?
Yes, I think they would.
What about till August 1st? Seriously. I mean, at what point do people say, come on, man, come on?
Well, when they're starving.
What, Doc?
Do you know about the Gridlock Valley?
Of course.
Okay, well, that's a
Think we
protest
live under a rock?
against the lockdown.
Well, yeah, it is.
So we'll see what kind of turnout they get. It'll give you an indication of how upset people are about the lockdown.
What are they going to do when they all get corona?
Well, they'll die and go away.
No, we really do have to extinguish this thing. And we have taken... But I'm just wondering, Is this more deadly than any other flu? Is that why we're doing it like this? Is it more deadly or isn't it? I keep hearing stats, yes or no. We don't even know yet because we don't know how many people have actually gotten it. That's where we have fallen short, is on testing.
Yeah, but it's coming around. I mean, how quick? If this was 100 years ago, my God, there's no such thing as testing.
All right, let's go back to Caitlin. Caitlin, listen, I'm just going to tell you like it is. There is no way to make the landlord respond to the infestation. However, you can use it for a constructive eviction to get out of your lease.
Yes, that's what I've been trying to do.
Well, it's easy.
That's what I've also not been getting a response about.
Well, you don't have to get a response. Here's how you do it, Caitlin. First of all, here's how I would do it. Okay, I'm going to tell you how I would do it. When is your rent due?
My rent is due on May 1st.
Okay, and how much of a deposit do you have with them?
$200.
That's all? How much is your rent?
My rent is $1,000. You get what you pay for, I guess.
I would write a note. This is what I would do. That if this is not fixed, this infestation, it's inhabitable, and I am invoking. I am getting out of the lease. I am invoking a constructive eviction. I am leaving.
Constructive eviction. Okay.
Now, I'm telling you what I would do. You need to look all this up and do it for yourself. I would invoke a constructive eviction, which means I'm evicting myself because you can't. You're not honoring the terms of the lease. I don't have peaceful, quiet enjoyment of the premises, and it's not something I can do on my own because I've tried, but the neighboring units all have bed bugs. It's something that must be handled by the management company or landlord. So I would bring up all these arguments because that's what they're going to say. It's your responsibility. You're going to say, I'm doing my responsibility, but the whole building is infested. So I would go ahead and do all of that. When you do that, then go ahead and keep track of that. Give them a certain number of days to fix it, and if they don't, then you invoke the eviction and leave. You may lose your $200. You may have to fight for that, but who cares? But where are you going to go, Caitlin? That's what I want to know. Where are you going to go? Where are you going to go?
Exactly. So my thing was I was to ask for my money back as well as my security deposit as well as
Well, what money back?
Reimbursed for everything I have to throw away in my apartment because it's now all infested.
I don't know if you can do all of that. You can't just blame
I know, but
unless
my thing is if I evict myself, I don't have the money to go and live somewhere else.
Well, you're okay.
Unless I get my money back.
But you're not going to. What money back? What money back? What money?
I paid $1,500 to originally move into the apartment, which is first month's rent.
Okay, you don't get your rent back. You stayed there a month. You got 50. You don't get your money back for rent. You get your deposit back, but you don't get your rent back. Not if you're living there.
We haven't stayed here for a month.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we haven't even stayed here for a month. We've been here for 2 weeks. We've been here for 2 weeks.
You're saying you want the unused portion of the rent back, is what you're saying.
I do, yes, as well as my.
I don't think that's going to happen.
No, I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think it is either, but that's where I'm stuck because
I know you are.
I can't.
Listen, you know what? Do you want us to call the management company?
You know what? That would be so awesome.
All right, hang on, Caitlin. Hang on, Caitlin. Who do we have on? Let's get Deputy Doc. Let's get Deputy Doc to talk about the health risks and all of that. And they have to fix it, and it's inhabitable. And by the way, the standards of habitability in most jurisdictions do cover, Deputy Doc. They do cover insect infestation. So hold on, Caitlin. We'll make a call for you. James, you have a comment on small business insurance. Go ahead, James.
Hey, I've been with you for 25 years, man.
Well, man, I am so happy you're calling. What's going on?
Well, my wife is a dentist. She's an orthodontist, and her business is a freaking disaster.
Oh.
So, first thing, we looked at the insurance, and there's a specific clause in there that excludes insurance for viruses and pandemics.
Really? It actually excludes it?
A lot of them do, Tom.
Excludes.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
So I agree with you going after the insurance companies. They don't have any excuse unless there's something like that in the clause, right?
You're right. You're right. I mean, I think if it specifically mentions pandemics, and as Mark says, many policies do, then I think it's foolhardy to go after them.
Right. Yeah.
There's a couple governors out there, Tom. I think New Jersey might be one of them, and somewhere else. They're trying to come up with legislation that will make the insurance companies pay.
Well,
I mean, I think that's unconstitutional.
Right. You can't just go back and do that. They would have never written for that risk, or they would have charged more. It just isn't fair. You can't invoke that.
My comment on that, Tom. If that's the government trying to get involved, thanks a lot. But the loans didn't come through. She's trying to keep her staff employed, but that money's gone. And
they ran out of the money. James, I want to ask a couple questions. What happens when patients need their braces adjusted? Because don't you constantly have to adjust those?
Well, yes, and there are certain things that constitute emergencies, broken wires, poking in the cheeks, and she's doing a lot of things over the phone, and there are certain stages in orthodontics where you really got to see somebody, or the case, stops progressing, or even in some cases gets worse.
Yeah, well, is she seeing people in special cases?
Yes.
As she should, right? But her business is off. Her business is off, though.
Deal, but we're at the point she's really stressed out, and then she wants to get back to work and take the risk right now. Open up the businesses,
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll be talking to your pals at Wink and Wink,
No, you're right. You're right. It's a terrible thing. Hold on. We got more coming up. Thank you, James, for calling 303-713-TALK.
Yeah, nothing here.
Oh, no, man. I'm getting, really,
Yeah.
Sponsored by Discover. We treat you like you treat you.
If you do have to be out and about, make sure it's only for essential purposes. The one slow spot right now on the highway drive is eastbound by 70. If it's stopped to go between Central Park and construction. Colorado has urgent need for medical professionals. Third time providing telehealth visits.
What's the name
sharing your expertise on the telephone or video calls. Just email them with your availability at providers@healthco.com. Weather forecast. Well, it's going to be sunny.
Who got him on?
Today with a high of 50, tonight mostly clear and 58. Right now, it's just a few clouds and 32. With your impact traffic and weather, 6:30.
Get your free credit scorecard today. Even if you're not a Discover customer, it includes your FICO credit score. And checking your scorecard won't hurt your credit.
Well, but that still isn't good either, though. You can't.
Limitation.
Mark, why do you got to attack him? Why do you got to attack him? Every time we talk about him, you bring up something. You know what? This pandemic has made you mean.
Visit TeamDaveLogan.com to learn more. TeamDaveLogan.com.
Looking to sell your used Rolex watch? You can buy and sell pre-owned Rolex watches. All styles. I'm Scott Matthew with Matthew's Fine Watches and Jewelry. Bring in your Rolex watch and we will buy it on the spot. No shipping your watch off to the internet site and waiting to get a check. Bring your used Rolex into Matthews. We have been servicing Colorado since 1951. Located in the Highlands Ranch Town Center. Matthews. We buy, sell, and service Rolex watches.
Matthew's Fine Watches and Jewelry. Located in the Highlands Ranch Town Center or online at MatthewsFineWatches.com.
If you're a man over 30 and feeling sluggish, weak in your workouts, and just don't have the energy.
Yeah, I know. Shut up.
It's quite possible that you have low testosterone. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic.
Telling you, CNN, they got the truth.
I know. You get healthier lifestyle.
Every single, Mark, honest to God, this CNN website, they have headlines and news stories that are out-and-out editorials.
Oh, of course. That was always what they were saying.
And every fucking story has a twist on how to blame Trump.
How testosterone therapy can change your life.
Yeah.
Initial appointment is only $99.
Yes.
Do you know of anyone having a heating special right now?
Call today at 720-400-9900
What do they need?
or go to Rocky Mountain.
Hey, did we get an update?
One line's got something.
Dude, I'm done with it. Don't even hide. The only person I will talk to on that anymore is the
They have one of 3 furnace with an air conditioner.
Yeah, that's what Isabella.
We just need a tune-up.
Oh, that's, yeah, do that would fix it.
I'm starting to think there might not be an Isabella.
Oh, yes, there is.
If you're incapacitated.
We know that's.
From here for Edelman Financial Engines. Call 888-PLAN-REG-24. Hi, it's Mandy for my friends.
It's just so funny the way Daphne defends it. So.
Care about their endorse them because they do business like my dad did. If you've been injured in an accident, call them 303-7.
I mean, she's got a good heart, but it's just.
It's Brian with Advanced Mudjack. If you're new to Denver, you may not know what to do about your sinking concrete. Call Advanced Mudjack. We'll show you how to fix it and save money. Advanced Mudjacking, 303-424-9441. Advanced Mudjacking.
Bruh.
Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans and Rocket Mortgage. During these challenging times, our commitment to providing you
Was Kelly
experience remains.
on the porch fire, was that the man or the husband or the wife?
You know what we ought to do?
If you think that now is the right time to refinance your mortgage, our home loan experts are available to help 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
No, we ought to, listen to Brad Pitt and see what he has to say.
Newsmax TV is everyone is talking about. Find it
You know, Hollywood, we ought to see what Hollywood's saying.
Now, Newsmax is conducting a national poll asking Americans if they support President Trump during this crisis. It's easy to vote. Just text the word fish to 39747. That's fish to 39747. Let us know your opinion.
Oh, that's right, it's Friday.
I did that, Mark. I did that with the kids.
You got the family meal to go?
Yes, I did. It was really good.
Yeah, it is. It's not bad at all. The only thing I didn't like last time is they didn't give me enough fix.
Oh, I never got any.
Yeah, the one we showed said it came with them, and I really liked their actually pickles, but it didn't have any. I wonder if they're out.
To talk with a medical doctor. Dr. Lutz is available to talk
Where do you go to the one on Arapahoe?
Yes, right on Arapahoe there.
Obligation telemedicine video. Go to 303dr.com. Once again, 303.
You know, John Krasinski is doing something really cool. His Good News, Some Good News, his website, his YouTube, it's really cool. He has a daily show called SGN, Some Good News.
And so it is good news?
Yeah, and it's fun.
Okay.
And he's fun. And it's not political.
What station's he on? You seen that?
No, Ed Krasinski, he's what you call Jim from The Office.
Oh.
He's that actor that does Jack Ryan. Well, now he just does it on YouTube. His wife is Blunt, what's her name? Emily Blunt, or who does Mary Poppins. He's really cool. Okay, I'm Tom Martino. I consider myself an everyday man,
a regular guy. I really do, honest to God, and I want to know what you think of things. So I'm going to ask you as you call in for other stuff. But, Don, you want to do a Corona joke. I'm all for it. Go ahead.
Yeah, this guy and his wife, he decided to put a world map up on his wall, a copy of a world map up on his wall, and he's give his wife a dart. And he says, honey, throw this dart, and wherever it lands, when this pandemic is over with, we're going to go on a 2-week vacation wherever the dart lands. So he says, well, she threw the dart. He goes, well, it looks like we're going to spend 2 weeks in the garage. Get it? She missed the world map.
Okay, Don.
The map was on the garage side of the garage.
Okay, thank you. I get it now, Don. Don, thank
all
you.
The men newscasters on TV that used to be bald, now they're all growing their hair back.
Yeah. Hey, I want to ask you something. Speaking of that, what I want to know is honestly now, what do you think of celebrities at home with messy hair, because that's what we seem to be seeing a lot of. You know, Ellen's interviewing them, the Tonight Show's interviewing them. They don't. What do you think? I mean, they don't have.
Well, I'm just going to say this, and
Do
I'm
you
not going
care?
to mention the woman's name, but there's a local woman newscaster doing the news from home. And in the background, I don't think a lot of them realize what they have in the background from their homes. And she's in a bikini with her husband.
On the wall?
On the wall, and
Okay.
I don't think she realizes. Also, and I'm not picking on women, but man, some of their hair is really bad, and some of their makeup's bad. They're used to having, you know, full-time makeup people do their makeup, and they must be doing it themselves.
Well, on the national level, local news, thank you, Don, local news doesn't have any makeup people, really. They just have consultants now and then to tell us what to do. But here's the deal. Here's the deal. I'm wondering why, though, if you're going to go on TV and you're being interviewed by Ellen or by The Tonight Show or by any of them, they're doing the at-home thing, why they don't even frame it right, and they don't care how they look. It's almost like it's cool to look disheveled and unkept. I really do.
Look at Dan. Just look at Dan at any given time.
I think that they feel like it's cool. Listen, I want to talk to Shane, but we don't have a lot of time right now, so I want to just hold him over, and then Kelly, but these things I have to do. Go ahead, Glenn. You have a comment. Go ahead, Glenn. Welcome to the show, 303-713-TALK. What's happening? Hey.
Yeah, you asked for some input on
yes, I
what our president's doing.
I want some honest-to-God input, positive or negative.
Well, I'm an independent. I didn't vote in 2016 because I didn't like either of the two candidates. And the last time I voted for Republican, but I voted for both. So I'm an independent. And I think the biggest criticism of what he has done is that he poo-pooed it for, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks.
Yeah.
And I think that delay has caused this thing to be more severe.
He did not take it seriously at first. You're right. He didn't. I remember him having a rally. No. Now, he didn't call the flu a hoax. To be fair, he said what
he did.
No, listen to what he said. He said the Democrats' reaction to it was a hoax. What they're doing is a hoax, making it his fault. He didn't say that the flu was a hoax. He never really said the actual flu was a hoax. I don't think he did.
Well, people heard it that way.
Okay,
I don't know, but
maybe they
morons heard it that way.
No, but I really know. They were like blaming him for this and that, and he says, this is what he meant to say is they're using this as a plot against me, which is a hoax. That's what I think he was saying.
Who in their right mind would say the flu is a hoax, like it doesn't exist? That's insane.
I don't know. I don't think he did. Maybe other people heard it that way. Look, perception is reality. Let's talk to Matt. Matt, what did you have to say, Matt? Matt?
Hello, Tom.
Yeah, what's going on?
You know what? I just want, I'm under the understanding that the vaccination laws here in Colorado aren't mandatory, like the government.
There are no.
You want to send your kids to school?
Hold on. There are no mandatory laws. There are no mandatory that I know of. Hold on. We'll discuss this coming up. Also, we're going to talk to businesses.
When it comes to your mortgage, know that a lower interest rate will
help you save money in the long run. It can also lower your monthly payment immediately.
I don't think
you build equity faster. It's true.
I don't think there are any laws.
Now that mortgage rates are at or near the lowest in American history, so why not take advantage of a free mortgage review from American Finance? You can learn about new
Hold on, Mark. Listen, every state has laws that require children before they go to school. I didn't know that. They said every state, hold on, WebMD says every state requires children to get certain vaccines.
Nothing to lose.
Okay, but you can opt out for personal and religious reasons.
Even open nights and weekends.
Vaccine exemption laws vary. Some states make it easy. Statistics show that states where exemptions are easy to get have more unvaccinated kids. So I guess there are laws, but you can opt out of them.
This is some things with Tom Martino now.
It's just like private schools. Private schools can really tell you to repeat your fire. All in all, it's just
silly.
ABC News, I'm David Wright. New York City is starting to see a turnaround in the numbers of...
Did you see that on, Hannity had a really good interview with Coleman. Really good.
Along with the drop in the percentage of people testing positive. This is clear.
One of the things that Hannity brought out is he's trying to find somebody with lupus who's been taking that hydroxychloroquine, who has had the coronavirus and he hasn't been able.
Now extended until May 15th. In Florida, Governor Ron DeSantis says the state has opened more drive-through centers for testing. The drive-thrus will also allow people to maintain social distancing while being tested. DeSantis also announced new walk-up
say people that don't get vaccinations are just...
Well, it's those, they read those, reports that apparently were discredited. Well, I'd say exactly, and I gotta, I'd say that then I got back, he's really turning into a nut. But is it that he? Well, it's just like what Ted was on there that said, the governor of Alaska. What was her name?
Commemorations of the motivated body.
But she never said that. She never said that. But I will bet you 80% of Democrats absolutely believe she said that. And it was just that TFA on Saturday Night Live. What she said was, you can see Russia from parts of Alaska, is what she said.
TikTok has rolled out new parental control.
Yeah. Well, not BP. Who's that?
Their children.
TSA ran for vice president.
When? He was being such a...
It helps you customize your home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Unlike those you pay for your convenience, like that much-needed 125-inch flat-screen TV.
It's a lot.
Or your
He died.
So you only pay for what you
The
need.
Utah governor?
I'm seeing colors.
No, Ron is not governor, Ron is senator.
At libertymutual.com.
The only Republican senator not invited to that
Oh, it was Cruz. Oh.
Things you need.
What did you say, Cruz? Was Cruz the only one not invited?
Plus, we have
No, Ron. Oh, I meant Ron, yeah.
because we know you were still making.
Cruz has been extremely supportive of Trump. That's why he's going to play football tonight. I want somebody to play. You did? No, he's going to play tonight. Are you going to play tonight? Doc wants a little bit of major money.
Maybe.
It's Friday night. What else are you going to do? He's going to eat famous days.
I'm literally staring at it right now.
Others who are still struggling. Dr. Shauna
2 pounds of ribs,
the hospital is working.
1 pound Georgia pork, 1 pound
The
chicken,
way it works is
fries, mashed potatoes.
antibodies to the disease
We got gravy?
We call that convalescent plasma, and that's something that we can pull out of that individual.
You know what, I don't know what they put on the potatoes, actually. I don't know.
We can help correctly, yeah.
I usually don't eat potatoes. I'll eat some of the fries, though.
That's potatoes.
Yeah.
Depends on how well we stay home. Next 2 weeks. If we stay home, squash this thing, and we're in good shape. If people are going out, mixing and spreading it, then...
I just got so much food at home. I can't do takeout because you know good chicken? Good fried chicken, like fried chicken? King Seekers. Really? God, it's good. It's good. It's good. I think so. Don't you have to eat it right away, otherwise it doesn't get soggy? Yes. Yeah. So you have to fry it and eat it right. I said King Super. If you want good fried chicken, King Super has good fried chicken.
If you do have
really
to
like
out, make sure
it. You can say it's like grocery store, but Safeway is not even close to being as good as Well, Safeway, it's okay
to donate their time.
But you want produce from me, we have to take sectors. It's so much better than Safeway. Is that?
Your availability.
I'm going to,
Providers at Prime Health.
you know you can trick your computer,
What the
clean
forecast?
yourself
Well,
up.
it's going to be sunny for the rest of today.
run apps.
Tonight mostly clear overnight, low 28.
No.
Right now.
I do it all the time now.
Really? Okay.
With some impact traffic.
I prefer a computer over a
6:30.
I find it too difficult
Free
to
credit
use it.
scorecard today.
It's fallen life for
You're not a
everything now.
Discover
Oh, I agree.
Includes your FICO credit score.
But you have an Apple
Checking
too.
your scorecard.
Yeah, but I think you can do it. What you do is you go to your developers tools and just make it, you force it to, it says platform. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you. Okay, so see this? So up here, you go here, developers tools, and you go down here, user agent, and then you pick what you want, an iPhone, a pad. So I can make it an iPhone. Now if I go to Twitter, I can actually tweet, although, so I can tweet, I gotta log in,
Right.
and I can actually start tweeting from here.
And use a keyboard versus yours. I agree. It's,
Hey, Tom, hey, Mark, you guys there? It's Andy.
Yo, we're here, brother man,
I hear you. All right, we're back on in like 35 minutes. Get it up.
You bet, Todd. So folks, if you're ready, we're ready to serve you. Whether it's a fresh new look in your kitchen or bath, or the
So this is me, and then if I want to tweet, let me make sure I'm still on that. Oh, no, I'm not. I gotta go to user agent, and then you go to iPhone.
800-362-8370.
Yeah, I'm an iPhone now, so therefore, it will come up as
Pirate Radio wants to help with a chance at
So where do I
$1,000.
tweet? Right here. Yeah, right here, see? Isn't that cool?
To 200 You'll get a confirmation text.
And I can do that with Instagram and everything.
All right, guys, here we go.
This nationwide contest. That's Smile to 200.
This is the Troubleshooter Show.
I need somebody.
Now, Tom Martini.
Your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. You know, since we're all shut in, I am going to introduce another feature on how you can contact us. I'm on Twitter right now, and you can direct message me at Real Tom Martino. And then if you do, I'll answer you here too. So if you don't want to call in, you can tweet directly at Real Tom Martino. And that'll get to me, and we can do that. And I'm also going to do Instagram as well. Real Tom Martino. And that's on Instagram as well. Okay, let's go to the phones. I want to first tell you, realcbdthatworks.com, going strong. I am so happy I take CBD. Goodness gracious, it makes me feel good. Realcbdthatworks.com. And they're selling hand sanitizer, 25% off if you mention or put Tom in the promo code. Another thing you can get in the promo code is SaferNet. You can get 45 or 44 days free. Call it 45. Free of SaferNet, which is an internet filter if you just put my name in the promo code, Tom, as well. I just want to tell you about those two things, okay? So realcbdthatworks.com, 25% off. And on SaferNet.com, you get 44 days. Let's keep going here. And today is car day. If you had any car questions, we have car experts standing by. Shane with ZeroResDenver.com. Shane, you know, I want to know, are people taking advantage of this ZR Shield, Zero Res Shield? Here's what I'm getting. I'm getting some questions here on it. Does it really put a silicon block down for multiple days? I mean, really. So in other words, upon contact, viruses and bacterium will be killed. Is that right?
Correct. It is a silicone base. You're not going to see it, or you're not going to be able to really feel it. It's a nanotechnology. It's at that level. If you were to look underneath the microscope, there's little spheres on that surface that are crazy close together, and anything that lands on that surface will be physically perforated, that cell membrane. Additionally, there's an electric charge that will kill and break through that cell membrane. And so, yes, there is a silicone cover, porous or non-porous. So that's why it's so important to clean first, get all the dirt and debris out of the way. Then we apply a disinfectant. It's an EPA-approved disinfectant. It's an amazing disinfectant. Kills any virus and bacteria, and then we apply the ZR Shield. And so we are finding that it'll kill up to 90 days.
Wait, you do that whole three-step process?
without a doubt. That is the only correct way to do it.
And I can hire you to do the whole 3. So if you come into my home, then where do you start? What do you do? Like if I say, okay, do my house, what do you do?
We're going to clean first, right? So we're going to clean your carpet, tile and grout, upholstery, whatever areas you want cleaned.
Yeah.
If it's just hard surfaces, we're going to come in and we're going to clean with our powered water on, let's say, a granite countertop.
Sure.
We're going to clean that.
Okay.
We're going to let it dry. Then we're going to put the disinfectant down on the countertop.
Yes.
That disinfectant, Tom, I can put in my mouth, rinse out mouth. I can clean out wounds with it.
Okay.
It will kill any virus or bacteria, so it's completely safe.
Then you put the shield down.
Apply that, let it dry, and then apply the shield electrostatically or with the mister. And so then it's dry. It's complete. Now, if we're putting down the electrostatic sprayer in office or in your home, we're going to ask you to leave the room because it atomizes it.
Okay.
It gets it so small, you don't want to be breathing that in. So
that's
we're going to wear PPE and then apply it.
Tell me what the special is for Martino listeners, please.
Right now, for residential cleaning, we're doing $33 an area. An area is up to 200 square feet.
But that's for the carpet, though.
$33 an area, unlimited. Correct.
But that's not for ZR.
No, the ZR Shield, we're going to quote that when we're on the site because some people will just say, hey, listen, hit my high touch points. So we're going to hit the high touch points. Your door handles, your handles on your fridge, cabinet.
I would want like the kitchen and dining area for sure done, right? And then you could do that area. But for the cleaning of the carpets, it's $33 a room, right?
Unlimited.
Okay.
3-room minimum, but unlimited. Because you've got to come in and clean first. We'll
Shane,
give you that
I'm a believer, man.
If you do it on upholstery.
I'm a believer. I've told the story before. I've had you do even some weird stuff in my helicopter. Okay, that's what I had you do. I loved it. I mean, I swear, you guys are so good. Anyway, Zero Res Denver, 303-471-5150, 303-471-5150, ZeroResDenver.com. Let's go to JR. He has a comment on people complaining. I'm not sure which one he's talking about. Go ahead, JR.
Tom, I just want to say that I can't believe in these rough times of our country and our state that people would even call into your show and complain about the way news anchors or news people at home look like or what the hell.
We're just having fun. What the hell? But here's the thing, okay, Kelly, come on. I mean, not Kelly, JR, come on. Think about this, okay? I take time to shave and get ready to go on. Okay, I'm on YouTube and Facebook, that part on camera and referralist.com. I'm not saying that I need to, but when you go on, you know you're going to be interviewed, okay? Or you know you're going to be on the news. Why would you just open the computer, turn on the camera, and there you are? I mean, it's kind of, I don't know. I mean, why? Is it cool? I mean, just, hey, man, this is me.
To worry about than that, though? Come on.
I'm not worried about it at all. I'm just saying, why wouldn't you put your best foot forward? Why wouldn't you? I mean, you know, JR, obviously there's more important things to worry about. With everything in life, there's more important things to worry about. I could say the whole show, why bother calling? People are dying. I mean, of course. But there are big and small problems, and they all weigh in on our lives. I get what you're saying. It's not worth losing sleep over. It isn't. By the way, I want to ask you something, JR. Are you out of work?
Okay.
Are you out of work?
Oh, no. I work 2 jobs.
Okay. And what kind of work do you do?
I work for a major retailer here in Colorado Springs.
Uh-huh.
I can't mention any names. I wish I could.
Okay.
And then, of course, I run my own company, which I do work for your referral line. I get a lot of people that call me from listening to your show.
Okay.
From plumbing, electrical, drywall, and so forth.
Okay.
But I make sure that I take care of people.
Sure.
And I don't complain, man.
What you're saying is don't sweat the small stuff. Who cares?
Yeah, man. There's too many people really hurting out there for us to worry about little stuff. You know?
That's true, but it's also fun to talk about. But anyway, you're right, JR. In the long run, who cares? Okay, now, the laws for vaccination I looked up. We can talk about that. Matt, go ahead, Matt. Welcome. What's happening?
Hey, how are you doing, Tom? Thanks for having me on. No, I just wanted to clarify that for people. We heard Governor Polis's address last night, and he said we won't be allowed to return to normal until there's a vaccine, and that's I guess that's in conflict
Right
with
now,
the laws here in Colorado?
Let me just tell you about the laws in general around the country. Every state has something with children and schools for vaccination. Right. Okay, hold on now. Then, parents can opt out for medical, religious, or, here's the kicker, personal reasons, which in essence just cuts the legs out from under all of the laws. So, yeah, they have laws, but you can opt out. The next thing, some pediatricians' offices around the country require that their patients, it's not a law, but if you don't want to get a vaccine, then they're not going to have you as a patient. And many parents get upset about that. They want to find, they don't want the vaccines, blah, blah, blah. Okay, then with adults, there are no states or no laws right now requiring adults to get vaccinated. However, there are companies that can make it a requirement for employment, and there's nothing wrong with that. They can also make it a requirement for travel and stuff like that when it comes to employment. So the bottom line is, no one can really make you, as an adult, get vaccinated. But here's what I always find weird. Why do people resist it so damn much?
Because they heard bad info.
That's right. Bad info. Or they think, I swear to God, there are some people tweeting that it's nanotechnology so the government can track you or keep track of you or hurt you or whatever. Okay, hang on. We'll come back to this and more coming up.
Clear.
I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino with a very important message concerning your first AC.
Put the vaccine in contract.
A critical shortage of parts. Manufacturers are shut down across the country. When summer demand strikes, there will not be enough supply. Prices could skyrocket. To help you now, Fix It 24/7 is offering special discounts at 0% financing.
Technology. I am telling you this. It's built in. So somebody tweeted, why don't I have a face mask? First, you're going to watch one of those. Because putting a new place is our job.
Tom was just saying they should put the vaccines in contract.
Schedule your appointment online.
Wow, over 25 years of lifting safety.
Somebody said on YouTube, he says, now we're doing the vaccination must call in.
Advanced mudjacking, 303-424-9441. Advanced mudjacking at yahoo.com.
It's still not refunded in different places in the country. A lot of people have lost their jobs. They're worried about how they get food for their families.
I tell you, I think Bernie would really be bad at handling this. I would say Bernie would be really bad at handling this. Because he listens, anybody says something, whatever, he turn there. Oh, I think he's...
What I said is, if I don't win, so I watch the win. I will watch.
Process can get it done in record time.
Because Donald Trump is the most dangerous president.
What is that Dave special? How much?
425-3669. It's the biggest number in the history of mankind. Call us at 844-425-3669.
Man, that means a lot to me. Cardi B is supporting him.
What am I going to do?
Is it chicken, what is it, chicken pieces or whole chicken?
Some questions can happen. And now ask the questions that lead to an open and informed conversation. Start finding your voice today.
You know what it came in as? Or I don't see anything. She sent it to me, or she sent me out to help ask them. Because I called up, I called Kathy, I called him back.
Much more interesting.
They're just unabashed, man. CNN has they make no calls. They just totally basically.
Well, you know, they don't need to
They don't make money, we know that, right? CNN doesn't make money. But, you know, who owns them is, these are, no, these are.
New innovations in treating erectile dysfunction.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Especially when you see them for yourself.
Check that.
This is Jeff.
I thought you bought the Washington Post. I think you bought them too. Let's see, I'm pretty sure these,
This new medicine is
Hey, Tom, you there?
popular ED meds available, and we are
who owns CNN?
Do you want to leave him up?
What's that?
practice.
Are we done with Matt, the vaccine laws?
No, we'll leave him on for a second.
All right.
If he's still there, yeah.
ED treatment. Our practice offers many protocols, and our treatments are shown
No,
to have
you
success
used to.
rates as high as 90%.
Oh, like we're
And
always.
please note, our offices are not in hospitals, and
Yeah, I
we
guess I
always
was wrong
follow
there, I'm sorry.
procedures to keep them clean and sanitary.
Ted Turner,
It's time to treat your
broadcast.
ED, and this new medicine
Turner
is going to be
broadcasting
perfect for you.
system.
Call us at 720-440-7900.
I think you were thinking about the Washington Post.
720-440-7900.
Or the New
Go
York
to
Times.
RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
No.
Uh-oh. Are we out?
Mark?
I think we dropped.
For just $99,
Oh, no,
you'll
okay,
get
never mind. It's dropping. We're having problems, guys.
We treat you like you treat.
Listen, uh-oh, we're dropping.
Did you hear that, Mark?
Yeah, what modem are you at, Tom?
Well, I'm on the combined modem.
Same one.
Listen,
Can you switch it right to?
hey man, am I coming in and out? Tell me something right now. I need to know. Can you communicate with me? Am I coming in and out or not? Yeah, it's doing it. It's doing it. We need, hey, bro.
Turning to song.
Ant, you gotta talk to me, bro. You gotta talk to me. I'm popping in and out. You gotta be really careful. I don't know if you guys are touching buttons or if it's just dropping out.
I have been doing school crafts and scooter.
I'm going to disconnect and reconnect.
So quarantine.
Hello?
He also shared some advice and congratulated the kids on a job.
I'm not getting a response from the station. I don't even know they fucking hear me. Okay, I'm going to disconnect and reconnect. Do you hear me? Yes or no? That's it. Yes or no?
Go to the iHeartRadio app and tap the podcast tab for all
Do you guys hear me?
about coronavirus.
Every night at 8, Denver's talk station reminds you to show some support.
I need someone to tell me if they hear me. Hello? 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 Do you hear me?
Back in 5, though. Back
Do you hear me? Do you hear me? All right.
You got anything going on in your life you need a little
Tom, you there?
Do you hear me?
is the number for
Yep, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Ants, you didn't hear me before when I was saying stuff?
No, I heard you earlier during the break, but at the end of the break, if you were saying anything, I didn't hear you.
All right, good.
questions on vaccines.
I'm dropping in and out.
All right.
Do you hear me?
Daphne, is Matt still there?
He's up.
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear you now.
All right, sorry, Tom, my bad.
There
So you
are
can hear
questions
me.
on vac.
Yes, I can hear you. You ready to go on me up?
Yeah, I can go with them, and just let me know when
Want
I
to
drop
work at a
out.
certain
I mean, I don't
place.
know.
Let's
Okay.
say you work for Microsoft.
Gotcha. If you drop out, I'll just pod you down real quick until you're down.
Here's what she needs to
Won't
do.
employ
If I
you.
go out,
There's also private schools.
Microsoft would, right?
Well, I don't know, honestly. I don't know who would or who wouldn't.
Tom, you there?
Yeah.
He said if you drop out, put on the notes what?
right?
What do you? Do
Just
you take
let me know
vaccines?
right there. Ask Daphne. Just put that I dropped.
Will do. Yes, sir.
I haven't been
All right, I'm about to pod you up now.
and then they're not as effective as they are purported to be. So I don't want to take a vaccine. I have no reason to.
But Matt,
So if they had a-
what reason not to take it though? What reason not to take it? All right, it's going to be like this now. Once it happens.
Well, just because I want to make sure.
Yeah, once this happens, there's no out of it. There's no good. There's no getting out.
Look at that, I tried to do the speed test here.
No
About things that happens.
No getting out.
Oh, look at the speed test I just got.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to disconnect, and we have to go into.
Or how about the other one that was given people?
It's done. It's done. So now I'm going to have to figure out what I'm doing. I'm going to go to the modem,
it's jumping from 18 to 3.
Yeah, yeah. It's just, when that happens, it's just done. And there's no rhyme or reason. It just fucking goes. It just happens. I'm looking, okay, which one is doing good or which one's doing bad? Do we know? You don't know which one. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to disconnect one of them and try the speed test. I need you to get off right now, or not get off, but I mean, we may have to.
Yeah, just tell me, because we're still up. I don't think we're going to lose our listeners here.
I cut off one of them. Right now, though.
So we can still hear the show if we unmute Mark here.
Just wait, disconnect.
Okay.
I'm going to disconnect this one.
So we can still hear the show if we unmute Mark here.
Just wait, disconnect. What are you listening to?
I just actually, I clicked on the live broadcast by mistake.
Okay, so we're still up online.
Yeah.